What's up guys, it's Tina from Hangry by Nature here, and we're back with another video this week on how family friendly Bali is. We're going to be running through things like attractions for kids, how safe is Bali, healthcare, ease of getting around with kids, transport, staying connected, baby facilities, and accessibility to baby goods. That's a whole lot of stuff, so sit tight guys, and we're going to give you all the infos you need so you can determine just how family friendly Bali is. Let's go! First up, safety. Bali is safe for the most part. However, there are locals that will try to take advantage of tourists, but you'll find that in a lot of other places too, in a lot of other parts of Southeast Asia. And the locals will especially try to scam tourists in way of transportation. So make sure you're on alert when it comes to taxi scams and private drivers and things like that. And of course, you might also get scammed at a local market. You're just gonna have to get your haggle pants on. But despite all of that, I can guarantee you one thing guys, the locals are some of the friendliest people you will ever meet. They are really helpful and always have a smile on their faces, lightening up your day. Another thing you need to be mindful of when you're traveling with kids in Bali is road traffic. Because if you're staying in places like Seminyak and Kuta, or in the vicinity of those places, it is bloody hectic. So you need to cross the road with caution and care and watch your kids at all times. There are, however, places in Bali where you can stay at which are much more family friendly. Places such as Sanua, Ubud, Jimbaran, Nusa Dua, and Uluwatu, which are a lot quieter and the beaches are calmer and you don't have to worry so much about crazy hectic traffic. Getting around with kids in Bali. Now guys, if you're daring enough to jump on a scooter with kids, do it. It's heaps of fun and the kids will have an amazing time. But of course, if you don't want to do that, there's plenty of other transport options in Bali. Now there's Grab ride sharing app and there's taxis. Both are very safe, both are quite reliable if you go with the right taxi company. And the best part of it, there's air conditioning.
Cold enough?
Be aware that they don't use child seats or restraints in cars. So if you've got little ones or babies, make sure you strap them in a carrier before you go in a car. Otherwise, try and keep little kids as restrained as possible with the normal seatbelt. But you'll be relieved to know that they don't really drive fast in Bali because you can't, because traffic. So traffic is pretty slow cruising. Another very local option is the BMO, which is like a ride sharing van. So you have to hail them down and you have to make sure that they're going in the same direction as you are, otherwise they won't pick you up. Now they are a very cheap alternative, so don't have any high expectations. There'll probably be no aircon, it'll probably be very squashy, and you'll probably be feeling each other's sweats next to you, so be mindful of that. But guys, for more information about getting around in Bali and some essential tips that you need to know before you go Bali with kids, make sure you take a look at this video here. Hello, Andy. Do you copy?
Yeah, I'm here. Where are you?
What are your coordinates?
Tina, are you there?
Huh? Staying connected in Bali. Your best bet is to get a prepaid SIM just after you arrive at the airport. That's the safest place and most reliable place to get them. In town, it can be a little bit sketchy depending what kind of vendor you get. Also make sure that your Bali SIM covers Bali wide and not just a particular area like in Ubud. Our advice is that you get a SIM when you arrive because then you can use things like Google Maps to search for attractions and places to eat, as well as use the Grab app to order a Grab taxi. On another note though, most cafes and restaurants in Bali do provide free Wi-Fi. The only thing is that you're gonna have to get a drink or some food there or somehow try and steal the Wi-Fi in some way or form. It's not entirely reliable if you really need data all the time. Babies and kids amenities in Bali. Okay guys, I mean it's Southeast Asia. There's not really a whole lot of baby facilities there, so don't expect family rooms and change rooms and things like that. So if you need things for the babies to change them, make sure you bring your own change mat and things like that. because you're not going to find a baby change room. The only places that are probably a little bit more up to date with that are major shopping centres. That's where you find baby change rooms with change tables, private feeding booths, wash facilities, and maybe even a microwave to heat up some baby food. Attractions for kids in Bali. So guys, there's definitely no shortage of attractions for kids in Bali. I mean, that's why families go back there time and time again. The good thing is that most of these places can be enjoyed by adults as well. It's fun for everyone. Some of the bigger attractions like the Bali Zoo and the Bali Night Safari are a little bit further out from places like Kuta and Seminyak, but so worth the trip. The only thing you have to be mindful of is that most of those types of activities are based outdoors, so make sure you keep the kids hydrated, bring sunscreen, and try to keep them cool wherever you can. On the plus side, there's always a place to cool down, such as a place to swim. Whether it's at your own resort, hotel, or villa, or at the Bali Zoo, they've also got a place for kids to cool down and play in the water. If you guys want a more comprehensive guide and a full price guide to how much attractions cost in Bali, make sure you take a look at our blog post down in the description below. I need to relieve the pressure, doctor. Hand me the scalpel, please.
Scalpel.
I don't really know what I'm doing. Healthcare in Bali. So you'll basically find two types of healthcare or medical clinics in Bali. It'll be local hospitals and international hospitals. Now we had 2 occasions where we needed to take one of our kids to the doctors because they came down with some kind of virus, and we opted to go to the international medical clinic. The service was really good. They could speak fluent English, and they even offered a pick-up and drop-off service. How's that for service, guys? I mean, in Australia, you pay like $500 for an ambulance, unless you have ambulance cover, which we don't. So with a lot of the international doctors, you'll find that they obtained their medical degree from overseas, and the facilities are really top grade. The best thing you can do if you do need to visit an international doctor or any kind of doctor is to jump online and look at reviews. That's how we found our doctor, and most people will write either good things or bad things, so you can make an informed decision about which doctor to go to. Should you bring a pram to Bali? Question of the day, guys. So most of the main areas in Bali are pretty pram friendly. Do be mindful that sometimes you might need to share the road with actual cars because there's no pavement or pedestrian sidewalks. And of course, as per Southeast Asia, the gutters can be pretty high. So you're gonna have to lift your pram up and down, so that can get a little bit tiring. And sometimes, let's be honest, the footpaths aren't exactly up to par. So you kind of feel like you're actually 4-wheel driving with a pram, except you don't have 4-wheel drive mode on a pram. So be wary of that. It can get pretty tiring doing that. Most of the attractions are pretty pram friendly, but if you're planning to visit places like temples, there's a lot of stairs. So you do not want to bring your pram. Trust me, you don't want to bring your pram to that. You probably want to pack your carrier. No, you definitely want to pack your carrier for those attractions. Time for a nappy change, buddy. Oh, damn, son! What did you eat? Accessibility to babies' goods. So most things such as nappies, diapers, or wipes can be found in supermarkets, in pharmacies, and big grocery stores. And you'll find a lot of international brands like Huggies, Pampers, even some Japanese ones like Mami Poco, which are more cost-friendly options. So you do not need to pack a suitcase full of diapers when you come to Bali. The only thing you might want to think about packing is baby food and baby formula, because the variety may not be the same as the one that you use back at home. As well as the food, we didn't really think there was a big variety of baby food. That was kind of lacking, so try and bring some of your own if you can. Well, that's it, guys. That was how family friendly is Bali. I hope that helps you guys make a decision for your trip to Bali and what to bring for the kids. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you found it helpful, make sure you hit that like button and show us some love. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more family-friendly videos like this one. You know what, guys? Bali is a destination for everyone. You can have the most relaxing, chill out holiday there, or you can have an adventurous, full on time, basically. What kind of traveler are you? I'd like to know. Are you the full on adventurer, or are you the relax in paradise type? Because we've got a little problem here, you know. I've got like ADD. I can't sit still, and Andy's more of a relaxing type. So we clash a little sometimes. Tell us in the comments below. Until then, we'll see you in the next vid, guys. Bye.
Angry, hungry, yes,